Let's turn to India now, which is hosting the most high-profile refugee in the world, at least for now. I'm talking about Sheikh Hasina. She's been here for 5 days now, so naturally questions are being asked on how much longer will she stay and where will she go next. Well, Hasina's son has dropped a bombshell statement. He says Sheikh Hasina has not applied for asylum anywhere, not in the UK, not in Finland, and not in West Asia. That's what he says. She's not going anywhere. Instead, she plans to return to Bangladesh. I know it sounds ludicrous. Protesters literally stormed her house on Monday. They're toppling her father's statues everywhere. Her party leaders are being lynched. So how can Sheikh Hasina return home? Well, the logistics are not clear yet, but her son says that she will return once elections are called. As a strategy, honestly, it makes no sense. Lawyers in Bangladesh are already planning legal cases. They want India to arrest and extradite Hasina. So what happens if she willingly returns? What will happen? At best, she will be arrested. At worst, let's not even go there. It's also a U-turn for Hasina's family. Her son was saying something very different on Monday. He said Sheikh Hasina wanted nothing more to do with Bangladesh. Then on Wednesday, he changed his tune. He said Hasina cannot abandon Bangladesh, and now he says she plans to return.
What will happen to you after post-Sheikh Hasina regime? It is none of my concern, nor my family's anymore. You will realize. I had said my family will no longer be involved in politics, but the way our party leaders and workers are being attacked, we cannot give up.
Maybe the family knows something that we don't, or maybe it's just wishful thinking. Either way, it is a concern for India. You see, India doesn't have an official refugee policy. So Hasina's status is ambiguous. The government doesn't have any rules to follow. It's all very ad hoc. But a bigger concern is the politics. India is clearly looking to engage with the interim government in Dhaka. Prime Minister Modi congratulated Mohammad Yunus. The Indian High Commissioner also attended his swearing-in yesterday. So New Delhi is looking ahead. But what if the interim government wants Sheikh Hasina back, not to rule but to prosecute? What if they ask for her? Then things could get complicated. The BNP, or the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, is already talking about this. Listen to what their senior leader said, and I'm quoting, "The BNP believes that Bangladesh and India should have cooperation. However, supporting our adversaries complicates the maintenance of that cooperation." It's a clear message to India: stop supporting Sheikh Hasina. And Mohammad Yunus also sent a similar message. He said he was hurt by India's reaction to the protest. Remember, India had called it an internal matter for Dhaka. But listen to what Mohammad Yunus said. This is his assessment. I'm quoting, "If there is a fire in the brother's house, how can I say it is an internal affair?" So the sentiment is quite clear. The new masters in Dhaka are not quite fond of India. So what can India do? We saw New Delhi's reaction to the Maldivian pivot. Their new president expelled Indian soldiers. He said India out. But New Delhi handled it with grace and, more importantly, with patience. Having said that, time is of the essence because other countries are also watching this closely. Countries like China and Pakistan. Now, we know India was Sheikh Hasina's top ally, but the new regime may want a new ally. So let's look at the contenders. First is Pakistan. Their defense minister is celebrating Sheikh Hasina's ouster. He says she led an India-backed government. He also said it's a great chance to reset Pakistan-Bangladesh ties, sort of like a fresh start. Now, Yunus may not engage Pakistan as much. He's almost 84 years old. He must remember the trauma of liberation. But Mohammad Yunus is only a caretaker. We don't know what elections will bring. From all accounts, the Jamaat-e-Islami has made giant strides in Bangladesh, so they could play a key role in the next government. And the Jamaat has long had ties with the ISI. That's the Inter-Services Intelligence, Pakistan spy agency. So this political churn suits Islamabad very well. Which brings us to the second contender, China. Their response has been very measured. You see, Beijing did not mind Sheikh Hasina's rule. Yes, she was pro-India, but she never really acted against China's interest. Bilateral trade hit new records. Chinese investments flowed in, so Beijing was more than happy to engage with Hasina. Even during the protests, they did not take sides. They called it an internal affair, just like India did. But unlike India, China is also close to the opposition in Dhaka. In 2016, Xi Jinping had traveled to Bangladesh. He held a meeting with Khalida Zia, the leader of the BNP. Plus, China doesn't care about ideology. Jamaat, Taliban, junta, it's all the same for them. They will do business with any regime in Dhaka. Their only concern will be instability. China has dozens of infrastructure projects in Bangladesh, meaning they have money tied up there, and instability is never good for business. But beyond that, this regime change is just an opportunity for Beijing to turn an Indian ally into an Indian rival.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment.
So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished. On the show today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon fans moved across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.